have no clue where I've parked my car.
Muscle cars aren't very popular in the city.
No, not when the demand is such hugely for them.
Yes. I'll mention them.
Yeah.
I know there's a few out there.
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, we did have the classic custom. Sure, it's still there.
Okay, I'll swing by later and take a look then.
Yeah, we might be able to get something.
Perfect.
Rosa.
Thank you so much.
All the best. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Dick.
How's life?
Pretty good. How are you?
I've seen you around for ages.
I know. Well, I bet I was around yesterday, day
Oh, yeah?
before, but I
Yeah, I
think we're
think it's
around
just...
different times.
Yeah. You're always in so much drama.
What?
Don't you always get caught up in so much drama?
No. Me?
No?
Never.
Think so. How are you anyway?
Pretty good. How are you?
You got a lot of missed calls, text messages, I'm guessing.
What?
Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't hear what you said.
Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. I said, you've obviously got a lot of text messages and phone calls, missed calls.
Not that many. Shocking, but... Oh, Dick. Dick, can we get, a card swiper at Bahamas?
Where do you want to put it?
By the cashier thing?
We're going to put it in the, each one of your dances.
Dick! I also can't wake up there.
Swipe here. Beep, beep.
And we don't have staff parking. And we
I don't
can't
have
change our
staff
clothes in the
parking.
back.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular
You
device.
might need, you got shit on your shoe or a
An
spider or
idiot
something,
is
I don't know.
attempting to reach you.
Bye, Dick. Ugh.
What's up, Rosa?
Hey. So, I talked to Romano that night. Did not go well. She essentially said, I know that you, Zolo, and Vinny were told not to talk to cops. You know, why is that the case? Asked about... Apparently Vinny was seen on scene somewhere. And then she asked, is Mr. K called the Dragon? I was like, I mean...
What the hell?
I said no. I was like, to my knowledge, no. But obviously that's like a known thing. So she's cooking something. They have the knife with fingerprints on it, but they've never fingerprinted me, so they don't have that. They're fishing pretty hard, but I just don't think they're gonna have enough to like really bring it home.
How would they know about Vinny?
I don't know. That's what she kept asking.
People had to have snitched.
Yeah, she was like, have you ever been told by Chain Gang to not talk to cops? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, I know for a fact that you've been told not to talk to cops. And I was like, okay, well, that's not true.
Do you think this bitch-ass Mills family would snitch?
I mean, they wouldn't know that, though. You know what I mean?
They would know the other info. They're the only ones that would know.
I mean, the whole, like, you being called the Dragon and then seeing Vinny, those are two indications, maybe. But I went with the story that I was just kidnapped and blindfolded and smacked over the head, so... I don't know.
Huh, I would just stick with that story.
Yeah.
Have the Mills been around?
I haven't seen any of them, but I also haven't been around much.
Alright, let me look into a few things.
Okay. Alright, bye. So we're fairly certain that the Mills have snitched, probably. I'm not snitched, that's probably not the right word, but they probably have statements after the attack from somebody. But then beyond that, I don't really know. Like the whole, I know you've been talking to cops, that for sure came from Vinny, you know? Aww. I got a picture from Red Dead. There's an oyster sign. Hattie's oysters. What a time. Let's call Zoe about the last train. Get that moving.
Rosa!
Hello, Zoe.
How are you?
I'm good. Just woke up. How are you?
Good, good.
Okay, so this last train shit, Kay, like, kind of filled me in, but are there any updates?
No, we just, sent... The Remy chick sent a text talking about she tried to get us to send... This girl was the owner of the app, and we were kind of like, why is she the owner of the app?
Yeah,
it was like,
that was like
it's...
Devonna's last move to fuck you guys over.
Yeah, it was like, just because, but it's still, the same, we equal.
Yeah.
And then, I've seen her like twice this whole time, and then, like I said, me and Paris got a place popping. They were like trying to take Paris's perms away and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So after I came back from that 2-week thing I did, and I went away, Donna was dead. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, look all the shit we done did. You guys are not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then Chody called me last week and was like, yo, Raina is trying to talk to a lawyer to liquidate the company back to the state, but you didn't hear from me.
Film that shit.
So I was like, that's hella weird because I haven't seen Raina.
For a payout.
Yeah, and I said, yo, at the end of the day, when we got that place, it had $100,000 in that bank account. When we took it over, we made it 1.3 million. 1.3, 1.4. Huh?
Did she pull the money out?
So last week I got took, maybe like 4 or 5 days before that, I got taken off the account. We didn't have access to the account no. So I was like, this is weird. You know?
Yeah.
And then that's when Chody called me and told me that. So they made that move, and then when we called you, they fired us. And apparently they gave the business to Abby, which...
What?
So basically, she sold the business and gave it to Abby. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
No.
The whole point was that Because before, Ray told me, yo, give most of your shares to Kay, or Kay give most of your shares so you have more percent sharehold.
Yeah.
So then, like, after Ray told me that, like 2 days later, they came in and was like, oh, you can't sell it to nobody. It was in the contract. We just want to make sure that you don't sell it to nobody. Basically, if you're going to sell it, you have to give it to one of the owners in it first. If they
Yeah.
say no, yeah, basically that. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
All right.
And then basically they did the exact same thing. Didn't talk to us, didn't have anything to us, and then basically sold the company to a worker there behind our backs.
All
So
right.
it was like some petty shit, like, oh, I don't want to
Yeah.
run the business no more because I'm not doing nothing, but I'm gonna give it to somebody like,
Yeah, just to fuck you over.
just like literally like to fuck us over. There was no other intent. There was no like. It was just like, oh, I want to fuck these guys over
Yeah.
because
I
I'm just
knew
a
they would
straight
do
up
this the
fucking
second that this happened.
evil person.
I knew they would pull some shit like this. So send me the contract. Kay said that you guys have a contract that might not have been signed by you guys, but like it should be signed at this point by you guys, you know? So send me that contract. I'm gonna talk to Dick. He's around right now. And then we'll get moving on either Dick can appoint you guys as the new owner because that's an illegal sale. Or we can take it to court.
I want to sue them, bro.
Yeah,
I
100%.
want to.
But I also want if we can somehow get the ownership of the company back into like your hands or Kay's hands, that's what we need to do right now. Just so this Abby person doesn't have it. But
Like,
then we'll sell because you know she pulled all the money from that bank account too.
She did, and I haven't took $1 from that place, by the way. I didn't even paid myself for working there.
Yeah.
So and then she sent me a text. We tried calling, she's not answering her phone. Just some weirdo shit, to be honest with you, Ray.
Yeah.
Like,
You just call me Rhea, not Rhea.
I said Rosa.
Send me the contract and I'll get moving.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll get Kay to send it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Oh, back on our lawyer shit. I kind of miss this stuff, but it's good to keep me busy.
Rosa.
Hey. So, we got a weird situation going on with the diner, and I'm calling as a lawyer representing them. So, when the diner was given to, when it was given by the COC to people, it was given to Rhea and this girl named Rhea and someone, I forget. And essentially what they
Remy.
did, Remy, yeah. So what they did is they had a split ownership agreement written by a lawyer, signed by all parties, you know, divvied the shares up where Mr. K, Zolo, and Paris all had shares as well. But what just happened was Rhea and, oh my god, I'm blanking again.
Remy.
Rhea and Remy wanted to liquidate the company and sell it back to the state, but I guess they sold it to some girl named Abby, I'm assuming Abby East Chase,
Right.
and then fired everyone that was hired there, you know, Zolo, Mr. K, Paris, even though there's a contract that has them as majority owners. So as it stands now, they've been fired, they're not on the app, yada yada. We can go to court over this, but like the contract that I have is legally binding, signed by all parties, so I don't know how like you would want to go about this, if you want to keep this out of court.
It's so once a business is handed over, that's pretty much all that the COC needs to do regarding it, apart from ensuring that it is being run efficiently and effectively, and sort of audits, as it were, making sure that the people that own it have a reputable, you know, as long as they don't have financial crime and sort of things like that against their record, you know, proper person's check, almost. In terms of reappropriation of a business, the contract as such. So as far as we're aware, the only people that own it you can only have one owner.
Yeah,
However,
I mean that's like how it is given, but then if if people split it up
but
legally.
that's up to them. Yeah. So but in accordance of the COC rules, there is only one owner of that business.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean in your eyes, but
In the Chamber of Commerce's
Yeah.
eyes, there is only one owner.
okay.
If you
so
want
go
to make a
court.
co-owner, it'll be a private. Yeah, it'll be contract law. It'll be breach of contract. It'll be a private suit
Yeah.
for
Okay.
for breach of contract. The only thing that would be, from a business point of view, is actually from a COC point of view, we wouldn't necessarily get involved because our records will only show one ownership.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Yeah, I get that. All right. So
And
I'll have to just
ultimately, in
go to
terms
court
of
over it.
in terms of bricks and mortar, there will only be the owner, and I think that's Remy.
Yeah, well, they gave it to Abby or sold it or something.
Even Rhea is
I
not
don't
listed
get
down as an owner.
why they would liquidate a company that was doing well. Like that is crazy to me.
A lot of people that so I owned the casino before Millie Moscato. Me and Ralph owned the casino, and Ralph wanted out of the company. I bought him out, and then maybe 3 or 4 months later, I couldn't do it on my own, so he didn't have the same bars, so I sold it. And I sold it for 1.5 million before Millie Moscato, and then got the money, and then 3 days later, she fucking, took everything.
Huh. Okay.
So
I know
you
it's hard
can-
because there's only one owner on paper, and that makes it harder for
Yeah.
these types of things. But like, if you go out
but
of your way to
not,
get a contract
not if
made,
you've got,
yeah,
if you've got lawyer, right? These things then have to be listed as precedents,
yeah.
and so you have
So
to have
in
them
this,
down. But the thing
I
is,
guess
it's
I
a
guess if
civil
it's
suit. It's not
ruled
criminal.
that, yeah, I guess if it's ruled that it was an illegal sale or whatever we want to call it, breach of contract, yada yada, we could just get it back to the appropriate owners on paper after.
So the only one that it would go to would be Remy.
Yeah, but if
You'd go back.
if she sold it and it was an illegal sale, and there are still
but it's not
majority
an
owners.
illegal sale. There's no law. It's not criminal.
I know, but I'm talking
This
about
is a civil suit.
talking about if there's precedent set that
Yeah.
she didn't even have majority of the shares. Like the other people had, I think, over 51%. So it sucks because she was the owner, yes, on paper, but like technicality share wise, she wasn't. She shouldn't have been able to do that. So we'll have to figure that out.
I know technicalities. Yeah, I mean, yes, I understand if you've got someone listed down as a co-owner and a contract, right? Then you will have to sue for that, and a decision of the court could be that they either get paid damages or they get reinstatement as they were.
Yeah.
So either the court will decide, actually, so yes, it was a binding contract, and has the mutual trust and confidence been broken down? Is there a way for equitable shares being redistributed, and how much is that worth?
Yeah.
Then they can come up with, in terms of the books and how much the business should be worth, and get paid out that way. Or they get reinstatement. But I saw or heard that a report was made. Mr. K had defecated all over he thrown a lot of shit or something all over the red train or the last train diner. It was covered in it from head to toe. I think they had to get industrial cleaners in and shut it down. The environmental
Allegedly, we don't know if that was him or not,
Well, we don't know if it was him, but yeah.
All right.
Again, that's just they may counter that back and say, well, what type of person does this?
Prove it that he should.
Well, prove it. I mean, they can.
Also, what kind of person cuts out majority share owners and tries to liquidate it for quick cash, you know? Not someone that cares
Well,
about
there
the
you
company,
go.
so.
There you go. Like I say, that's what the court can decide, but it will be a civil action.
Yep.
There's nothing that, would
All right,
be
who's
would be a
on?
criminal
Who's
case.
part of COC right now?
Me.
Oh, it's just you? I thought you
Yeah,
had a
I
deputy.
am. So I don't have a deputy, but Abby herself is part of the. I have a committee member, and she's part of the committee.
Oh, wow. Convenient. You know how that looks, Dick? Looks like Devon
I didn't know.
2.0.
I have not authorized anything. I
I'm
don't
just
have
saying.
to. Yeah, but it's nothing to do with the cop. This is
Yeah,
a
but a
private
cop
sale of a
member.
business.
A private sale that shouldn't have happened in the first place if they were abiding by the contract.
Courts have to
but
decide
a cop
that.
member benefiting from.
Courts have to decide that, Rosa.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the contract and it's clear as day. Written by an attorney, signed by all parties.
It depends whether there was another contract in place before that one that overrides it.
I don't think there was. Contract went into effect the day that they got keys. I was there when they signed it and agreed on it.
They get keys by being allocated a role within the business.
Yeah, they were given. You know how they
Yeah.
got that business too? Is Devonna wanting to fuck over CG is what happened. We all know it. The day that, like, Paris and Zola and them were gonna have a party for it, 2 hours before that, the same day that Remy and Rhea put in their proposal, Devonna just decided to give them last train. I said from the jump, I said, I know exactly what's happening here, and you need to get this all airtight as fuck in case this comes out.
To be honest, Rosa, the only person that was working and actually putting any effort into that business was Abby before. I was shocked that she did not get it. The fact that Rosa and Remy got it.
Are you missing the whole chunk of time after Remy and Rhea got it that Paris, like, no-lifed it there?
No, I know afterwards. But what I'm saying is before. So for the
Well, if
last...
Abby wanted it, she should have put a proposal in for it.
She did. She got fucked over by Devonna too.
Yeah, well, Devonna just wanted to do anything she could to fuck over people that were close to me.
It wasn't just you. It was pretty much anyone that she didn't like.
I know.
To be honest.
Real convenient that Pike dropped that corruption case on her. I wonder why. That's a different story.
Yeah, indeed. Which is why I didn't get her back in the COC.
Yeah, she should never be anywhere near.
Well, it was based
COC.
on your feedback and everyone else's feedback, because I was going to get her back in as the committee member, as even as a deputy, you know.
I'm glad
just,
you didn't.
Just for some continuity. Yeah.
Yeah, but continuity with a bad precedence that's been set by her is not good continuity.
Well, yeah, but I have tried my fucking hardest to get this.
I think you're doing a good job. I think the problem is there are a lot of people that all of a sudden think that they're business lawyers and that they can just, fuck over any contract that's written.
Yeah.
That's where the
they
problems
can't.
fall.
Yeah, but it is the court that'll have to decide that.
Yeah.
I can't award that, so it will be a civil court case that'll go through. I probably will be requested to be there at behalf of to try and sort out some of the business problems. And what I would look to do is actually, could there be any kind of mediation where I would actually look for reinstatement?
Yeah, we'll see. Once people show their colors,
but it depends on whether they
it's
want.
like...
Yeah. Depends whether you want reinstatement or not, because actually mutual trust and confidence, which
you're probably going to want
ownership.
That's what we're going to push for. So, all right. Well, I'll get this rolling with the court.
Then they'll countersue it, right? And I don't think that'll be a thing.
I mean, they can countersue, but if the court finds that contract is binding, they don't have standing to fall on.
They will have equal amount of ownership anyway, so they will have
it's not
one
equal,
party.
It's 51-49, so there is a majority there.
It's split though, isn't it? Who owns 51?
The collective. So one person could consolidate all their shares to have 51, which I think is what's going to happen. But it's essentially split down two sides. So Rhea and why do
Rhea
I keep
Remy.
forgetting her name? Remy. They have split 20 or whatever it is, 25-24 or something like that. And then Zolo,
Right.
Mr. K, and Paris consists of the other 51%. And I think one of
How
them
did
might
they
have
even get
bought,
that?
that's what the contract agreed on. The contract
Do they
split
have
the
to?
shares
Do
up.
they have to pay? Do they have to pay money to invest in it?
No, I mean, at this point, what they should have done is gotten a valuation on the company's worth and bought Mr. K or whoever they wanted, bought them out of their shares to do this legally.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They just fired them and acted like the contract didn't exist. But it does, obviously. So that's what we're going to have to figure out is, you know, if
Yeah.
we consolidate
You'd have
shares
to
on
go
one side,
down.
that's 51%, and that person technically should have ownership of it, but we'll get that.
Depends what the
settled.
other articles of association say, because if shares have been given in
Dick,
a
stop
three-way
talking, Dick.
split, whether the other parties are allowed to consolidate to take sole ownership. That's the only other. I would put that clause in if I was writing a contract.
Yeah. I didn't write it. One of the other slow-mo who's gone MIA wrote it, but we have it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would suggest
Yeah,
you
I'll just file.
get
So
a
I'll
lawyer
probably
and
get shares
file a civil
consolidated.
suit.
Well, I'm a lawyer, so
Yeah.
I'll be doing it. But
Oh well, then yeah, you just file a suit.
yeah.
Yeah. Get it
All
called
right,
in.
thanks, Dick.
No worries, Rosa.
right,
All the
bye.
best. If I can help anymore, contact me. Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Fucking Dick. It feels like an uphill battle with Rosa all the time. Everything is pulling teeth. Like, at least Bahama Mamas has done well, but that also could change very fast, you know? Hello?
¿Cómo estás?
Huh?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm very well. Are you our employee here?
I own it.
You own it. Oh, you're Rosita, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you have any dancers around?
I don't think so right now, but I can see.
Okay.
Is it a big order? What's your name?
Chico.
Chico.
I think we've come across each other several times. Been here once before. I'm the one with the corny jokes.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I messaged to see if anyone wants to come.
All right. You want to wait out here or?
You can, I mean, you can come in. I'm just going to unlock it so you can come or go.
What'd you say?
Seeing Donovan and Romano, I mean, not great, but also, like, Rosa's been railroaded so hard with the company at this point where it's like, yeah, she's the owner, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about what Rosa has to say or do or anything. So it's like, you're with Kay?
That 250. So 250, 60, 70, 80. Was that 30, 40,000?
How much do you have?
Oh, I have 8 tall glasses and like 80 small glasses.
Oh, okay. Let
Not
me just
really
hop
that
up
big.
there. don't even have a stripper outfit. It's the closest I have. Hello?
Hey Rosa, I was recommended to you by Johnny Lynn.
Okay.
I have a case. I got charged. Well, he told me he already looked over everything, and he basically asked me to if you could review the notes. I guess
You want me to
he
say it
put on
again? Or
there.
did you get rid of it?
Yeah, I can. Can you call me back in like probably 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
sounds good. Bye. All right, what was it again?
8 big, 80 small.
All right, you're good to go.
I got 12 tall bottles and 151 shots.
All right, you're good.
Do you usually come up here since you're the owner?
No, I haven't danced in so long.
So you're like the owner of the whole thing, or are you just like the boss?
I'm the owner of the building, yeah.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay, damn.
Was dope.
I know, I love it. It's been a lot of hard work getting this place, but
It's
The
all
other
worth
one-
it.
The other
it
one, I'm
is.
not gonna lie, it kind of looks like a cardboard box.
I know.
I'm not. Don't
This
get me
one's just
wrong.
like better vibes in here, you know?
Yeah,
It is. You'd have some absolute ragers in here.
Sure, puffer. This is calculation. Okay.
Yesterday I made
So what have you guys been up to?
money. Money. That's what I was just about
Yeah.
to tell them.
Pretty much
Yesterday
grinding.
You are really quiet, by the way.
120K. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's much better, dude.
Sorry, I'm just usually whispering, man. I don't like people listening to what I say. No, yesterday we made what, like 120,
Something like that.
and then
Damn, okay.
today, uh, like what we're at 60, right?
Something like that. I don't know, I got arrested.
Yeah, but compared to me, my boy, I got hit with 80 bands, explosives. Like
Explosive, my God.
I had 4 explosives, and they hit me
Doing
with
a bank
what was
check?
it? No, we were doing a bank.
Oh, okay, okay.
Over
And
prepared, shall you say?
yeah, we were over prepared. First time, we didn't know.
My God.
And I had thermite. We had 2 smalls and 2 bigs, and we needed one of each.
Oh my God.
So
Get out though or you get caught?
no, I got caught. I got
Damn.
200 months, $30,000
Oh my
fines.
God.
Right, you got the fucking book.
Yeah, it's alright.
I only got 30 months.
But we learned a lot, right? So it's like one of those things that yes, it sucked, but we learned a lot. We
That's
learned how to
good.
do it. We learned the police level here, and like they were smarter. We didn't expect them to be as smart as what they were, but and we
Hey, you got
learned
any
more.
tips?
Just run.
Yeah, really. I haven't done a bank in a while.
So here, that's a good thing. So you're the owner of this. Is
Uh-huh.
there like a society of owners? And the
No, but
reason,
I wish there was.
this is the reason why I want to ask, right? This is the one of the things that me and my buddy and a few of us that we're all together have been trying to figure out, right, to get information. If we were to wanted to like angel invest into a company, how do we like up and coming companies that were pretty good or to see a yield of investment like down the range? How do we even reach that? I got
Yeah.
one guy's name, and I don't like how his whole vibe is. Some dick guy, whatever his name
Dick, yeah, he's head of the Chamber of Commerce. The problem is with businesses is like so many people that are business owners don't know what they're doing. Like they get it up and running and then and I mean, I've been guilty of it too. I've had so much shit going on that I've dipped out for like a week, but
Yeah, that happens.
like a lot of businesses, like I'm trying to start like a racing crew and whatnot. A lot of business owners just see it as a way for themselves to make money or like their family to make money or whatever, but there's so many missed opportunities with investors and getting people involved and whatnot. So, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, I'm a lawyer too. And so I have the mindset of getting more people on board with a company, the better. But I
Because
don't
we
know.
that was our biggest thing. Like we're just how would we say it? We're little degenerates, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't want to risk investment into the money that we have into something that could be taken away. If you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying,
I mean, that's the
right?
thing too. Like the Chamber of Commerce, Dick, if they come in and they think your business isn't being run well or not populated enough or whatever, they can take your business from you.
Well, that's the thing. We don't want a business. We don't
Yeah.
want to run a business. Yeah, we just want to have like a
You
steady.
want to
Let's
invest in
say,
it.
yeah,
I would
let's say if
say
it was a 30,
restaurants are
70, yeah.
honestly some of the best to invest in or mechanic shops. Um, but I don't know exactly what they're looking for an investment, you know? Because a lot of them are
Yeah,
like self-sustaining, like we make money that supports the business. Um,
that's true.
so you
So
would
why
kind of
would
have
you
to
need
figure
an
out like,
investment?
yeah, why would you invest?
I see that. I didn't know that.
I would say maybe try to find someone that's trying to start a business because the upfront cost is pretty expensive. Like I put like 500K into this place to get it up and running. Um, so you could invest to be a part owner and maybe take a like a salary cut, you know, once a week you take so much money depending on how they're doing, that kind of thing.
That's what I wanted to ask that Dick guy, but it felt like it was very rushed. Like I was in
Yeah, well, dick's all over the place.
yeah, and we got a sufficient amount enough in money to at least have those type of conversations. We just want options, right? We
Yeah.
want the best
I would
for
try to find someone
what we
that's
want.
trying to start a business. That might be the best bet. Hi, Sagson.
Is there like a catalog of
No, sadly.
there's not. That's the something like that needs to be around, like where I don't know, up and coming businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah. The city council meetings are normally a good place to kind of hear about it, but they haven't had one in a minute, so
So how do you? Okay, so what's the process of owning a business then? Like, what do you go through? Not saying that
oh
we
my
want to.
god.
I'm just saying. Oh,
Normally
okay,
what you
never
would do is
mind.
like I had to jump through hoops, but normally what you would do is kind of decide what business you want, get a proposal together, talk to Dick to give your proposal, and then they want to see like how you would like what your interest is. So like I had a bunch of parties here before I ended up getting it.
The work before yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So just like keep your interest up and whatnot.
So are there paperwork? Is there something like
Yeah, there's like a
oh,
business proposal
okay,
requirement form that they'll give you. That's just like the points you need to hit in your presentation. But I
okay.
would say like they ask for a marketing plan, you know, pricing, if it's like a restaurant, like what you're gonna serve. Here I put like, you know, obviously what we're gonna do here and my party planning and whatnot.
Interesting. It's interesting to know that that little statement you said about most companies are self-sufficient anyway. So what would be the investment for? That is interesting too. Because it's like if we do try to choose to go to like a company that's let's say growing up, that's a high investment on a probable like a low yield. There's a risk, it's high risk, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting though. It's just some more bulletin points so we can think on, I
Yeah.
guess.
Hello?
Hi, are you busy?
Who is this?
Jeff, I need a lawyer. So I saw your
I'll be in my
my
head.
Um,
post
One
on
sec.
Yellow
I'm a
Page.
Yeah,
little
you're
busy
chilling,
right
bro.
now, but I could be free in like probably 10-15.
I'm arrested as we speak. I've been here for 10 minutes already. It's
Oh
okay.
god.
Thank you.
Okay.
Think
Yeah, sorry, bye.
it. It's alright.
Take my aunt down.
People looking for a job.
No, I'm a lawyer and they want to talk about cases or they need representation.
Ah, How is being a lawyer? I bet you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a lawyer for a long time. I don't really like being a lawyer, but it's nice when I need to be. I can turn it on, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. You know the ins and outs of everything.
Yeah.
Nobody can fuck around with you, kind of thing too. Yeah, I don't think I could ever be a lawyer.
All right, I'm back.
It's too much. Too much paperwork.
What?
Being a lawyer and shit.
Oh my god. Oh my
God,
god.
way too much reading, way too much
Oh
paperwork.
boy. I've experienced being a lawyer. I've experienced being a lot of things, obviously, but a lawyer is one of the things I like to do. I like being argumentative. I think anybody who's argumentative is a lawyer. What do you think?
There are so many people that like to argue but think they're a lawyer, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Especially when they
Sweet
argue
lawyers.
about information that's completely wrong and
Oh
they're
my
so
God.
hard on it.
You know what my
Like,
favorite is when I go down to the cells and somebody got caught in the act of shooting a cop and they're like, they didn't read me my rights, I'm off free. And I'm like, my God.
oh, that doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
That's not how this works, yeah.
I usually don't talk to them much. You know what I mean?
Or my gun is scratched, so, you know, it doesn't matter if I get caught with it. And like, if your projectiles are caught on 12 different scenes and you have the same gun that comes back to the projectiles, it doesn't matter if it's scratched. You're going to
No.
get popped for that. You're in possession of a very hot gun, you know?
Very true. Breadcrumbs lead right to you.
Yeah, I know.
Most people don't think about the breadcrumbs.
No,
They just think
never.
about it. You know what I mean?
Or let me hold this person up with no mask on, but go change my outfit later. Yeah, okay. Like, that's going to hold up.
That's why 9 times out of 10, I don't really speak until they tell me what charges I got.
Yeah.
Let them tell me what I got.
Also, half the time, if you're just nice to them, they'll, like, drop so much shit, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like yesterday, I was like, because okay, yesterday was really crazy. So I didn't know this, right? I'm pretty sure you do, Rosa. All right, so I had a thermite, right? And then I had an explosive. Legally, right? I'm guessing, from what my understanding is, that if I was just caught with the thermite, then I would have been charged with nothing. Well, not with the explosive, because I guess there's a law that says something, 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 and thermite or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I was just listening to it. But I had the explosives, the other one, so it didn't really matter. But that's good to know, though. I don't know what law it was or something, but it said
Yeah.
something along the lines of thermite, something. Wait, so you're a lawyer
Yep.
and a degenerate?
You know, it's only illegal if you get caught.
I was
Okay.
just about to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got the master plans, dude. And she probably talks her way out of everything anyway.
I mean, she's a lawyer. Yo,
Yeah.
that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Do you have a little what's it called? A little crew or group or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, I'm part of CG.
What is it? What you say?
I said I'm part of CG.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yup,
I've
yup.
heard of the acronym several times by people. I think if
Yep.
I had a percentage of it
How
though,
am I
I would have to
feeling?
say it was
I don't know, I'm
like
kind of off
most
today.
of it
Kind of
is
off today.
I don't know, favorable, I guess.
I think I'm just more quiet than a lot of them. Most of them are like in your face, gonna shoot you, you know? I'm more so like
Oh,
the mental game type of person.
they're not gonna like come in here, right? Like
Oh, fuck if I know. It's the weekend, so maybe.
You
Just
are
kidding,
never
you
you're
almost
fine, man.
know,
done?
bro.
Are you almost done?
You're fine.
I got 13, bro. Chill.
Okay.
We normally have like my security. I think a lot of people are asleep today, but
I got another B plus. Well, that shit's like every time it gives me more time. Like now I got like 2 hours and 20 minutes on that shit.
Damn. I got fucking C's. I ain't doing those though.
We really need to clean house.
If anybody's seen my pockets and they dug in my pockets and shit, man, they would wonder why there's so much crumbs of food in there. Just
Jeez.
random food, bread, crumbs, cheese crumbs.
Like, I don't know who 90% of
I
these
ate
people
that
are.
cheese nacho that was in my truck for like 2 days. Remember that? It was gonna go
Disgusting.
bad. Nah, it
Mila?
was
I don't know who
alright.
Mila
Alright,
is.
we done.
It was okay. I had to eat it.
We're done now, you little scaredy cat. We can get out of here.
Yeah, that's before we
Wait,
get off.
stay put.
Okay. Thank you.
60 20325. All right, there you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, you as well. Nice to meet you.
I would keep an eye out for the next city council meeting. It's a lot of good information at those.
Where do you see like a?
They normally like post on Twitter and stuff.
Okay, okay.
Usually the weekends, but it depends. All right. I'm gonna go change. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'm just starting to get the RP ick or what's happening, but it just feels like Rosa's story is really coming to an abrupt end, you know? And I don't want to push more drama. Even though the drama has been so good, it's just like,
Hello, Rosa.
hello, Paris. How you doing?
Just changing right now, trying to find like a chill fit for the day. What are you doing?
Just leaving Bahamas. Okay, Kay and Zoe have filled me in on the diner stuff. But do you have that contract by chance?
I do.
Okay.
I
Will
do.
you send it to me?
I
I
can.
talked to Dick, and apparently this Abby Eastchase person is conveniently part of the committee for the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's Devonna 2.0. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to sue for ownership of it, or at least damages.
Yeah, because honestly, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really get to talk to Zola about it, but I was like, honestly, if we could get that business back and then just do what the right girl essentially wanted to do was, I guess, like liquidate the business. Somebody is spam calling me. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna spam called. I'm gonna send you the contract and see.
You know what's funny is Murphy actually sent me a message a couple days ago that Power Wash Simulator has a new patch coming out with new levels and stuff. Yeah, Back to Future. I'm excited for it. Oh, it's out? Why am I here? I don't need to be here. Okay, we have the contract. I don't even want to read this right now, but I should. We're switching to Ivy. Rosa, playing Rosa literally just gives me dread. Like, actual dread. Because it's always something. It's like I literally sit around and wait for some shit to happen, and I don't want that anymore. I think very soon Rosa's gonna have a very, very large change. But I don't know. It's complicated. Hello?
Can you meet me in the parking lot behind Tequila?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm like halfway up the interstate, but I'm coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, it just like Rosa's story is so good and so deep, but like Rosa's just a broken human at this point. Like absolutely broken, you know? Yeah, it was crazy. And I mean, it's not over. Like Tony's still on life support, the Mills are hiding. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know OC like who's still playing or like what's the deal. But so that's no, it's split sides. Yeah, don't know. There's no one here. Does he mean here? I'm gonna grab my water really quick. Grab my water. Back. I'm back. I really need to get my sun lamp out. This is TMI. No, it's not even TMI. I don't care. I've always had seasonal depression. And from the months of like October to March in Colorado, it's just constantly like gray. And I have this little sun lamp that helps me.
Here, hop on in here for now. So, pretty much, we were just talking about all this madness, and we're getting the drift that the Bill's family most likely snitched and have gone into hiding. A lot of this info we're receiving points towards that, and shit's just crazy right now. It's just fucking crazy right now. So what exactly were the cops asking you? They asked about the dragon.
Yeah, so
they asked about Vinny.
They didn't say much about Vinny, so I knew because Vinny called me before what they knew. But they said that somebody was identified on scene. They asked about is Mr. K called the dragon? Izzy said, well, I know that you, Vinny, and Zola were told not to talk to cops. Like, is this part of, you know, is this like the big story here? And I just played dumb. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, if you have questions to ask me, you can, but I don't want to hear your narrative. Then they pulled out the knife and they were like, oh, well, we have fingerprints on this and we know it's your fingerprints, Rosa. And I was like, no, you don't. Because they've never fingerprinted me. Like,
did they tell you about your DNA on scene or no?
Yeah, they did. And I just told them
that's
that.
That's probably true.
Yeah. I told them that I was kidnapped, bag put over my head, hit over the head, and I woke up at the hospital.
Oh, another thing that stuck out to me was they're asking about, hold on, let me try to figure out how this was worded. They're essentially asking about me telling you guys not to associate with cops.
Yeah.
Did you know you're not in trouble? Did you ever say that to Tony Rico or anything like that?
No,
Did you ever go to
never.
him and say, they don't want me hanging around you guys because you're cops?
Nope. Because I sat there and I was like, I'm positive. I was like, how would they know that? And she was like, well, I know that you, Vinny, and Zola were told not to talk to cops.
You never had to go and have a talk with Tony and say, hey, they don't want me hanging around you guys anymore?
No, I just literally broke up with him. I was like, this is not good for either of us.
What the fuck are we doing here?
So who asked you? I don't know. I thought it was just a good meeting spot.
Oh my god, I have so many holes in my jacket. I gotta go fucking fix it.
Is this new?
So my question is, where did they get that?
I don't know, and that's what I kept saying. I was like, why do you keep saying that? And Izzy was like, I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. And I was like, well, I don't know where you got that from, but that's not true.
Wait, did the cops say that to you, or who said that?
Izzy said that to me.
Izzy told me, she was like, you know, she was like, I'm under the impression that like you, Rosa, and Zola had to stop talking to cops. And I was like, I just stopped talking. And I was like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I told them we could be friends and that's it. But that's the extent of it.
Where did they get that knowledge from?
I don't know.
I have no clue either. Because, like, for me, Zolo and Vinny to be brought up, like, I didn't even know Zola was talking to cops until, like, yesterday.
See, there's a lot of random little information leaks that they're getting, which is it's making me confused over here. Because they know a lot of different random things. They know I wanted you guys
and that
to
wasn't
stop
even
talking
said
to cops.
that night in the cellar, was it?
They know a lot. They know multiple people that were there. They know about Tug stuff. They know a lot of random little things.
They also were pressing me about Sana. I didn't even know she was in ICU. They were like, was
Oh,
Sana
yeah, I
told
clacked
to...
her.
Yeah, they were like, is Sana caught up in this too? Like, how does Sana fall into this? And I was like, what do you mean, Sana?
Oh, last train diner. We have to go fucking blow that place up today.
I just got the
Wait,
contract.
what happened with
I
that
talked to
place?
Dick, too.
They fired us and they're trying to kick us out of it.
We'll win in
Wait,
court, but we
wait,
have to go to court
Reina?
over it.
Apparently, some girl named Rima.
Rima's the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remy. So Remy was trying to liquidate it, her and Reina. So they were trying to sell it to get all the money back to the state. And then they ended up selling it to Abby Eastchase, which she's a former cop that's now a criminal, I think. So Abby's the owner now.
You mean Abby Paradox Abby?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, how though? Didn't what we? I thought Zono
It was illegal.
owned
Yeah,
50%.
you guys have majority share. I think you have 51 and they have 49.
So it is. They're saying we didn't sign the thing, which, you know.
Oh,
It's
they're trying to
signed.
say you didn't sign anything?
I don't know
But
what
they
they're
didn't
talking
sign
about.
anything either.
Dick essentially said we
knew.
can't do anything about it, that it's theirs and we're gonna have to go to court. And I was like, okay, we'll go to court, but
Okay, well, their business is never gonna run.
they also said you shit everywhere in there, okay?
Yep. There's a fat shit after they fired me.
Wait, in my HR office?
I think you shit in the restaurant.
Well, my HR office, when I was HR there, I worked in the toilet bowls.
No, actually, that's the one place I didn't shit.
Oh, thank God, thank God.
Yeah. So they're both some rat fucks. I haven't even seen what was her name? Reina.
I haven't
and
seen
what was
Rhea
that
in
other
like
girl I used to hang out with
fucking
Reina?
Rhea and Cammy.
I haven't seen
Cammy.
either of those two in forever. We're fucking
Yeah, it been weeks, y'all. I actually, Cammy, I tested her like a couple of days ago, and I'm like, "Yo, what you up to, dude?" And she responded about like hours later.
What
I think
about
they just
Reina?
don't come around. Raina, I haven't seen either, to be
Because
honest.
she's the one me and Rami had a run-in with. Nothing serious. We were fucking around, but she was the one, that, to my knowledge, that was actually running the place.
The last time I spoke to Rhea, she said it in passing that she wanted to sell her share and her friend wanted to sell her share and wanted to know if I wanted to buy 50% of it.
So why all of a sudden they go in the complete opposite?
I have no clue.
They tried to, before even selling it, they tried to just get rid of it and sell it back to the state. They didn't care. Like, they're just really trying to fuck you guys over, and I don't know
All of
why.
a sudden, why all of a sudden they don't want anything to do with us?
I feel like maybe like something missing here, because like Raina of all people, it would be very strange for her to just like.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't you have a good relationship?
Yeah, I thought everyone was close with her.
Yeah.
Like, they were close with Zoe too, right?
I mean, I thought everything was chilling because I even told Ray if she wants to do that, you know, I'll do that with her. And I said, I'll bring you in on the business that I have that I want going with the trucking business. And that was the last time I spoke to her, I'll tell you exactly when it was, let me see. 14 days ago. 16 days ago is when we last talked about the diner. That was the last time I seen her. Now all of a sudden they just flipped the script and they just want to sell it back to the state.
Yeah.
I feel like either something happened that we don't know about, or they just trying to like, just trying to sell it because they're not interested in the train diner anymore.
No, she says she doesn't want it.
Yeah, but
No,
why wouldn't they just give it to y'all?
But that's the thing, and that's why I was jumping on that opportunity to make sure I get it so it's in full CG's name, and everything was all good and chilling. And now they're doing complete opposite.
I don't know if she just wanted the money for something, but
Oh, Rhea gave me all the breakdown. She told me that she just didn't want nothing to do with the diner anymore. She just doesn't have it in her anymore. She just doesn't care about it. She wants to move on to other things. Like, that's
so
exactly what
apparently
she told me.
Remy's the one that had it. Like, on paper, that's what Dick was saying, is that like 100% it comes back to Remy.
and they kind of fucked Zolo because Zolo the night before gave that business proposal and it was supposed to be in Zolo's name, but the following days when you had all that
Yeah.
beef with Donovan
Devana.
and
But yeah.
Devana and the
Wait, what am I? One of your daughters doing incest, dude? That kind of weird, homie.
Wait, what the fuck?
well, that's just fucking, that's just
Holy
fucking
fuck.
what's her name? Brain Dead Paris.
No, that was Chad who said that.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, what the fuck? I found out Sana and Tony. Like,
I had a
bro,
30-minute conversation
what the
with
fuck?
Rami
Little
about
Sana and
this.
Tony?
That Sana, somebody said in passing that Sana
Apparently,
was
Paris and Carmela said that
fucking
Sana and
Tony?
Tony were fucking, and I was like, "That's
God,
disgusting."
Yeah, I don't even want to go
motherfuckers are
down that
Yeah,
lane,
that's
bro.
what I was like. No, thank you.
Yeah,
You guys, yeah. You guys don't want to go down that hole. That's crazy. Me and Tuck's the only ones that haven't gone down that hole.
Fucking your kid? Can't say I've done
y'all
that.
Be fucking everything out
wait,
here.
you fucking Tugs?
Ugh.
What
Motherfuckers
the
be
fuck?
fucking everybody.
I mean, you guys second did when OD order, dude.
My God.
What the hell?
Why are you acting like you surprised, Vinny? How many times have you told me to do shit, bro?
Never.
Oh, okay. Now you're saying that. So, the leak stuff.
I feel like they're playing a lot of connecting the dots. That's what I feel like they're doing, the cops.
Yeah, Romano got
Like, they
so
don't have solid
frustrated
shit.
during that she told me exactly what she thinks happened. She said, "I'm gonna lay this out, and this is what I think happened: is that you got forced to kill him by CG and yada yada yada." And I was like, "Okay, is this an interrogation? Are you like spilling your feelings right now?"
That tells me they got some fucking info.
The only
I
thing they
mean,
have,
the
I would be
Mills family
arrested
is a
if they
bunch of
had
rats
more
right
than
now.
they did.
What do you mean? They can't go off of just statements,
Yeah.
right? They can't go off a statement of the sister and the lawyer because that was the only other ones there. So I
Nah, I think-
guarantee they got full statements from them, but they can't pin it on you because it's only hearsay at that point.
Nah, I think I think Kay's saying just like, how do they know all these like little things?
Yeah, we
You know
saying
what I
they're
mean?
connecting the dots, but the dots they're forming is real and
Oh,
actual info.
on the real, yeah.
Which is telling me that they have pieces of the story from the other side, and now they just want to complete the story by getting the evidence. Because they can't just go off a fucking story.
Yeah.
But the story they have is way too accurate for them to just be guessing. Everything they're saying is exactly what fucking happened. You agree?
No,
means
100%,
for sure.
We have
Yeah.
some rats in the mix.
Gotta be. It had to come up from someone where they're like, yeah, we definitely believed it. They wouldn't make it up.
Exactly.
I
which is
think the
probably
only
the
thing we can do
motherfucker.
right now is run interference to make sure they don't get that evidence. Because, like, as much as I want to say, let's go fucking kill the Mills right now, if we do that, that's going to be more evidence that they have on us.
Oh,
You know?
Oh, that remind me actually. Some sergeant, I think we were about to do a flicker bank or something like this. Like this is less than a week ago. Some sergeant called me up and she was like, "Oh,
Rosa's trying
do you
right
know
now. It's
Hutch?
like, oh, God.
Do you know a guy named," and she named some dude that I didn't know, and do you know Nash and stuff? And like, I think what she was doing then was trying to like see if I would say something that would like.
Well, Nash is
There
being
was a shooting
investigated
with the
for
regulator.
weapons trafficking.
Oh, maybe that's why they got
Yeah.
the phone call.
Apparently, Chavo was found with 2 of Nash's guns on him at some point.
Oh. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, the police might be being like, "Oh, we know this, this, and this," and then they wait to see what you say back.
Yeah,
You know,
they were
'cause some
trying to
people
get
will
me
be
to
like,
admit
"Oh,
that
yeah,
I was
I
like
did that."
part of Chain Gang too in that. And I was like, I don't know why you guys keep asking me about CG because nothing on paper links me to you guys. Like, I've never been arrested with you. I've never been caught at a shootout with you guys. So they're trying really hard to like piece that together.
These motherfuckers. Huh. Dude, I told you. Bunch of fucking rats, Rosa. Cartel my ass. Once a snitch, always a fucking snitch. God damn it.
I gotta go to the fucking clothing store. This is driving me crazy.
What?
What you mean? Your shit good, dude.
He's
At
got
least
No,
you
holes
ain't
in
wearing
his
the
I
same
see the
pants,
Finally
holes
bro.
don't look like
everywhere.
a fucking 2-year-old.
All right, put that on in being fast, but we got chased 1,000 fucking times and switched 100 cars that night.
Finally look good, clean cut, and now you want to
Look at you, you fucking old saggy old
Turn
fuck.
around. What's wrong with your outfit?
No, it's my arms. They're cutting through. Everything's cutting. I gotta go.
Oh, it's all the steroids.
No.
Yeah, that's steroid use.
It's not steroids, you dumb fuck.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's Simfa.
Hey, your sister's ass.
You're injecting Simfa.
Who the hell's a Sympho?
You're putting it in your muscle to grow bigger.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't put
Just
the oil
Google
in my
Synthol,
muscles.
Man. You'll see. You look just like him.
What's your
Distorted, out of abnormally shaped.
Oh, shut up.
Your right pec like sticks out like a fucking needle while your other one's indented. That's a pure sign of Synthol use. Why are you staring at me like that?
I was looking at Vinny.
Yeah, I'm talking to Vin. Like, what? You alright?
Why do you have a slit in your eyebrow?
Oh my god.
I have
he
no
is.
fucking clue.
Oh my god. He's trying to be like Rami.
Listen, no, bitch. Number one, I've always had the slit from fucking day one, and I guess
You want to be
the
Rami.
tailor just went
Just saying.
went off of that. No, that's the furthest thing I want to be, pal.
I don't know. Tux, this fit earlier kind of. I thought it was Rami at first pulling up.
But yeah, with that jersey and shit.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Little midlife crisis?
Why do I have so many masks
I'm sorry,
on me?
my bad. What happened?
You having a little midlife crisis?
No.
These don't work.
You sure?
Yeah.
You've already gone through it?
Nope. You're going through a midlife crisis. You're like 100 fucking years old. Look at the wrinkles in your fucking forehead.
No, not me.
Look at you. Your
I'm
fucking
actually
nipples
enrolled in
are.
the same college as Tux.
Yeah.
We'll
Go take your shirt off. Your fucking nipples are all saggy. Your fucking eyes. You have bags under your eyes. You look like Garrett. Okay. You have fucking goddamn wrinkles everywhere. You have a 5 o'clock shadow. You just shaved
You know
2
what else I got
minutes ago.
wrinkles? On my fucking ball sack. You want to see it?
I've already seen them. What do you mean? Been there, done that, pal.
Okay.
You even have wrinkles on your asshole.
No. Those
Yeah.
are creases.
No, they're wrinkles.
No, those are creases.
And you got stretch marks from the old BBL that you had because you wanted to be like a BBW, and you tried to get a BBL and it didn't work out, and you took it out and you have stretch marks too.
Everybody loves a nice BBL. Relax, man.
Yeah, I know. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. More cushion for the pushing, man.
That's right. Rosa probably thinks we're fucking crazy.
All right, let's get back in.
That's how every meeting goes. I'm used to it at this point.
All right. Yep. I gotta go change.
Just tuck it. Come on, you can move.
Just put it above your belt, Tugs. You'll be fine.
Wait, what about my butt? I was like cleaning my ears.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Horny
yeah.
bastard.
Wait, what?
Chat, so
fucking do.
Rosa knows for sure that Vinny's the one that
Popped
told
the bone
Izzy
in front
that.
of all of us, man.
Like,
Oh my God.
Izzy spilled
Yeah,
the
I
beans
was thinking
so hard.
About the movie The Night Before Christmas.
Like, the fact that it came from
Listen, the
Izzy's
one that
mouth,
came
that
out on
I know for a fact you, Zolo,
No,
and
it,
Vinny
like,
were told not to talk to cops.
It was
Like,
one
Rosa
apparently
knows it
Chad
was
was
Vinny.
in.
But she's
I
not going to
looked
sit
it
here and
on
be
the
like,
internet,
Vinny,
and it's like
Vinny.
this dude, and like
Because
he's
it's like
sleeping,
there's such
and then
a
all these
bigger
ladies come,
picture
and they
here
want
of
to
like
tell him
we
about
need
his
to
dreams,
figure out how to get
and like
out
what he
of
did in the
this.
past.
Then
And then this like
point fingers
jazz
at each
music
other,
turned
you know?
on. I don't know. It got kind of weird, dude.
Yeah, that sounds like. Yeah, you might be watching porno.
What's that, dude?
That's when they stick the finger in the belly button, Tugs.
Because what's going to happen now is they're going to hyper focus on the
they
fact
put it
that
on a tape,
Vincent
dude?
said something to the
Yeah, and they
cops or
video it,
Fruity
yeah.
or whoever it was. They're going to hyper focus on that and try to take out the
I
Mills,
know
which
what
is
it
just
was,
going to
dude.
make
They
us
just
look
all
even
these pop-ups,
worse.
y'all. I had to keep closing
So it's
it.
like, oh, how do you get ahead
I
of
couldn't
that,
see
you know?
anything. It was just like all the pop-ups. They said I had like a virus on my computer, and I had to download
Because
something.
you
like
can't stop that.
Bozo
And if
Buddy
Rosa
shit,
pushes
dude,
it too
was
hard and is
crazy.
like, no, don't go after the Mills, they're going to be like, why are you protecting the Mills? You know, even though it would be protecting myself. Makes Rosa look untrustworthy? Yeah, I mean, Rosa kind of knew about Zolo and Gomez, like, way back when, and Donovan, but didn't think that that was still going on. Like, she didn't know any of that. Rosa hasn't talked to Zolo, you know?
Well, shit, I guess we'll see if they call anyone else in for more questioning. As long as we don't give them nothing, they might be at a dead end.
They don't have... Yeah, I can't get arrested and fingerprinted because it'll come back to me, but beyond that, they don't have anything besides my blood.
Yeah, I think at this point, we just don't give any more, and
Yeah.
they should be dead in the water.
Because they'll try to put it together, but they don't have the what they need. I'm gonna get the civil suit filed for last train, and then hopefully we can get that done by next week. So I talked to Paris. If we win, do you want the company back for ownership, or you like want money from it?
From what? The diner?
Yeah.
Either or, whatever we can get.
Okay.
I don't
Because
really care about
if
the
we don't
business at this
get
point.
the actual business, we might have to go for damages.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down for just damages, to be honest, because
Okay.
I actually plan on opening another business soon.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm leaving the food industry.
God, Rosa's in such an impossible place. Such an impossible place. Because she could have spun that and been like, yeah, Vinny, how does Izzy know this, right? How does Izzy know this, Vinny? Like, tell the class, you know? But that's not going to do anything to actually protect. That's just going to get people riled up over the wrong thing again. Like, these are the very few times where it's kind of worth biting your tongue and just taking it, because it's like, if Rosa was just acting as an attorney, I think she would stir. But like, everything's on the line for her right now. You know, she doesn't have anything else. She has Bahama Mamas, and that's it. And her bar license. Beyond that, like, nothing. So she's not gonna start sticking her finger places she doesn't need to. And bring, like, unnecessary heat, you know? Will Rosa tell Vinny one-on-one? I don't know, because Vinny probably would get defensive or not remember or something, so it's kind of like, whatever. People already think the worst of Rosa. They might as well just... If they stay hyper-focused on We Hate Rosa, that at least saves Rosa's ass from getting investigated for murder. If they lose that focus and they start going after the Mills, or if they start going after, you know, whoever, or if they piss Vinny off and Vinny acts out or lashes out or does something, that puts Rosa in hot water again with the cops. So it's like... And the last thing we need is Vinny to be pissed at Rosa and go to Izzy and be like, yeah, Rosa did it. Which I don't think he would, but you never know. How long do you think it'll be that you can risk getting arrested and fingerprints taken? I mean, realistically, I've only been arrested one time in this city. Like, we're not out here doing boosts. We're not out here doing, like, banks. Maybe an ATM. But we just need... We need this case to go to trial and win on lack of evidence, and then they double jeopardy. They can't try me again. So... Unless they just keep this as a cold case and, you know, months down the road they come back and say, oh, well, we got Rosa's fingerprints, let's match them. You kind of just have to pray that somebody forgets. Is that a fucking rat? What the hell? Oh my god. Is there a statute of limitations? I don't think so. I'm sure there is, but let's see. Dick's case got dropped. Yeah, well, he's alive, so it's not murder. It's attempted murder at this point. We just have to hope that he stays in a coma for a little bit longer. You know,